Hey everyone, Techni here with a keyboard review, and yes, you're seeing it right. This is a keyboard by the good old trusty Dierya. We all remember that Dierya keyboard, right? And it was a great case of diarrhea. It definitely was. But it was pretty funny when this company contacted me and everything. They said, "Oh, hey, we liked your video. Would you like to review some more of our products?" I was like, "Oh, heck yeah," because I'd love that past keyboard we did right there, right? But anyway, so I was having a conversation, we're talking with them about products and everything, and I had to be straight with them. I said, "Can you all please just break it down and tell me how to pronounce your company name right there?" They said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What we're going to start using is our parent company name, which is Kemove right here. As we can see right up there, they are going to be using Kemove, and that's what they even told me. This, don't even worry about our company name right there. Let's just use our parent company name, which is Kemove, which I'm seeing them do a lot with a lot of their other products. We have some awesome keyboards by Dierya and Kemove here, coming up. Some really good ones, and that's what we have right here. And I like the direction they're going in. Like, number one, we changed the name, so it sounds a lot better, right? But check out this packaging right here, right? Very nice, hard cardboard box right there. Some details of our switches and everything right here, as you can see. And it just pops open, nice and magnetized right there. It pops open with all of our goodies. Now, a couple quick things about this keyboard while we're popping it open and checking out these goodies here, right? Number one, this packaging is just awesome. I mean, it's in here tight and secure. But anyways, you get your keyboard right here. A couple things I want to point out. We are using Gateron optical switches on this board. I have the Gateron optical brown switches right here. Another thing, this keyboard can be used wirelessly by Bluetooth. Bluetooth 5.1. Talk about up to date, right? Anyways, in the box here, you'll get your key puller right here, a little instruction manual, which I definitely recommend you holding on to because you got layers and everything on top of the 60% board here. So you're going to need this little guy right there, right? You'll get your USB-C to USB-A right here. Really cool touch here as well. It's a pretty heavy-duty braided cable, by the way. But anyways, over here, you got the little angle right there where it goes at the L. So you can have this going, to the right on your desk or to the left outside of your keyboard right there. Really nice and helpful just to kind of, alleviate some of that clutter on your desk right there. They're also going to get, if I can get these out of here, they're going to give you two extra optical switches here, whichever color you decide to choose. They'll give you two extra ones right there, which is really cool because, again, it is hot swappable. You can pop them out and change the other switch you like. They give you that puller right here as well. And then over here, I'm not going to pull all them out, but on the other side, if you can see right there, they give you all these extra keys. And the cool thing about it, I'll show you some of them right over here. Oh, I can't get them out there, and they're pretty tight. These some diary ones, some control ones right here, and some commands. Because the cool thing about it, when you get into some of the other layers, you can use it wirelessly or wired on your Apple product. And you can actually slap these keys on there, so your layout's going to be exactly like the Apple keyboard layout. Really cool touch there. All right, so let's go on and set this aside. Again, sorry to harp on that right there. I just really like how they're really showing, and again, they're keeping their prices right, but they're really showing improvement here. Number one, changing that stinking name, right? But the box and the packaging, a very great presentation. It feels like a really quality product that you're getting for a fantastic price. So let's set this aside. Let's get into the keyboard here. All right, so let's go on and kick it off with build here. Now, this keyboard is a little bit light. It's not like cheap light by any means, but it's not as heavy as some of the other boards I have used, which kind of throws me off a little bit. Now, whenever it's on your desk or anything, it's not sliding around or moving by any means. You have some nice grips right on the bottom right here. As you see, pretty nice big rubber grips right out there. All right, so as far as our keycaps on this board right here, they're just our basic plastic ones right here. As you can see, they are sprayed on keycaps right there, and they have that little matte coating on it. So if we can see right here, they do catch some fingerprints right there, as you can see. But now, also, while we have the keycaps off right there, I want to show you a few more things. As you see underneath there, the base underneath the keycaps is metal right there, and as you can see, we have that optical switch and the two black switches right next to it. Very nice stabilizers. That goes across every single wide key on the board right there, even down here, yes, on our double space bar right there, which we're going to talk about later because there's a lot to talk about that little deal right there. But again, across the entire board, I mean, it feels balanced. Every single key right there. Let me go on and give you a quick sound test. And again, we are using the Gateron optical brown switches here. So as far as the sound on this board right here, it's very crisp and very solid, very balanced. The feel and the sound is just very balanced across this board. And honestly, it feels very good. Again, no matter where you're pressing, whether it be down here on the space, the enter, the shift, you know, any of the keys, typing or anything, it just feels very balanced and the sound is very solid. But now, while I'm saying everything is sounding solid, I want to talk to you about these double space bar right here. And we're kind of bleed into some of the controls on the board and everything while I'm talking about this. But yes, I want to first kind of touch on the angle and the double space bar. Number one, what I want to talk about, since we just talked about typing and everything on it, is the angle, because it really threw me off whenever I was typing. I was even up here, you know, testing this out, responding to some comments and everything, and it just really threw me off. It's almost like my wrist had to drop down, and I had to make sure my thumbs were down a little bit more rather than up here with the rest of the keys. I had to always kind of drop my hand down to hit that space bar down there. But now whenever I was gaming with it, it was fantastic, because I take my keyboard, kick it a little bit to the side right there, and I rest my arm on my desk right there, and everything just kind of sits and flows with it. And it was nice because my thumb kind of drops down onto the desk, and then it sits right on that space bar, and it was fantastic. I'm telling you what, it felt so good gaming like this, because again, I didn't have to lift my thumb up or anything like that, and we all use our space bar a whole bunch, right? And it's nice because it just sat perfectly on the keyboard right there, and it felt amazing. Again, for gaming, this little setup with the slant in the space bar, fantastic, really nice. But again, I gotta bring it back to where it was before, because we're all not just gaming on our keyboards all the time, right? We're doing basic work, you know, or some typing on here, right? And it really threw me off whenever I was typing. I caught a lot of typos and everything because I felt like I was up here typing, and then I had to drop down to get that space bar, and that really threw me off. So gaming, fantastic. Typing, I couldn't get used to it. So anyways, we're gonna go on and jump right into some of the features, since we're talking about that double space bar and why are there two space bars on this keyboard. Not just in case you got big wide hands so you can stretch your hand over and slap another space bar. No, that's not why it's right there. Because again, we're using 60% board here, and we all know 60% boards are an absolute pain to use, right? Hit this function to do this, go to this layer to do that. You know, it's just like, oh geez, just give me a regular size keyboard already. But anyways, this keyboard is no different. You have your 3 layers on it right there, which is 6+ key right down here is going to be your function key, where you're going to cycle through them layers, and it'll bring out like your audio controls or your function layer, you know what I mean? You can set it just to a layer to work with Macs, and then pop those other keycaps on there, right? And just make this straight up a Mac keyboard, which is really cool, because bam, have it over here for gaming and stuff. Swap out those keys, bring it over here, and let's use it on an Apple product. And again, it's right there to it. You hit that layer and it's set up to an Apple keyboard, pop in your other keys, and it's the exact same as an Apple keyboard. All right, so I think I just kind of skipped over the spacebar, which I was trying to focus on. But again, there's just so many different features and options with this keyboard. I get a little lost myself. But anyway, speaking about that FNX right there, the other function key, that's also whenever you're in a layer of this keyboard, you can set other keys to be controlled by that function key right there. So you almost have the 2 function keys right there, which again, for me, it gets really confusing. I mean, 60% board for me at least is already confusing already to get to all your other shortcuts and everything. And then you add this other one, it's kind of like, holy smokes, I just don't know what's going on. Alright, so since we can use this keyboard wirelessly with Bluetooth 5.1, yes, we do have to charge it. Now, talking at Bluetooth 5.1 though, it is fantastic. I mean, it really is. It syncs up instantly. I tested out again on my MacBook Pro and then on my iPads as well, and it was instant and it was lag free, very easy to sync it and everything. The really cool thing I want to show you here, take a look at the keys on the bottom right there. As you can see, the Bluetooth logo 1, 2, and 3 on the Z, X, and C. You can sync it up to 3 different devices right there. And again, it is instant and lag free. I mean, it is fantastic. Again, using it on an Apple product or an iPad for me, because those are really the only Bluetooth devices I use. But again, it was flawless and it worked perfect. Okay, so our conclusion on the Kemove and Dierya DK66 keyboard here, we're just going to call it Kemove, okay? We're just going to stick with Kemove from now on. But anyways, as far as the conclusion on this DK66 here, right, who is it for and who does it really suit? If you're into all these functions and having all these different functions and features built into your keyboard, that's who this is for. If you like having all that plethora of mess in there and all sorts of crazy stuff you can do with it, this is for you. If you're just simplistic and you like to have your keyboard and bam, that's it, no, I can't say this is for you, you know what I mean? As far as that space bar right there, it's different. It really is different. It's going to take some time to get used to if you're just typing right there, you know what I mean? As far as gaming, it was such a fun experience. Really is. So, I don't know, can you look at this keyboard just as a gaming keyboard? You'd want your keyboard to be, versatile across the board, across the board, you know? But anyways, every single task that you're doing. And again, when I was typing, that space bar really threw me off right there. So anyways, that's where I'm gonna put it right there. Hey, give us some time to get used to it. Or if you're that person that really likes all these features thrown into it, you know, the different layers, the Bluetooth, which is fantastic on this board, you know what I mean? That's who I recommend this for. If you need those features, hey, this board's gonna have you. But hey, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this review. I highly appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos. Hey, I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.